Okay, so we are about to wrap up the year 2021 in what has been an incredibly eventful 2021. I mean, this market has been insane. I love this game. Like, I cannot express to you how much I love this game. It's really a game that focuses on mental strength, and people that have the patience and the mental endurance will win out in the end. All right. So, in this video, I just want to share some of my winners, some of my big winners this year, because I've had some incredible picks. Now, don't get me wrong, I have had some stinkers, okay? I've had some horrendous picks this year. I mean, at the start of the year, it was a completely different story, okay? We had penny stocks running, we had SPACs running. You just had to buy a SPAC at $10 and you were doubling your money, okay? That was the market back then. But look at the market now, small caps, mid caps, SPACs, pennies have all gotten crushed. It's a completely different market compared to how we ended the year last year. But nevertheless, we've still had some winners this year. And we've also been blessed with the privilege to have the opportunity to invest in some quality, fantastic businesses. And these are companies that will truly build our wealth over the long period of time. However, I just want to go through some of my best winners, okay? Because I've been very transparent about my losers. But, sometimes it's good to just look back at, what has actually won. But before we dive into that, I just want to show some appreciation because my channel's recently crossed over 19,000 subscribers and we are well on our way to 20,000 subscribers. And, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's all down to you guys for sharing my videos, for liking my videos, for clicking subscribe, for coming back and watching my videos, week after week, month after month. And I really want to show my appreciation and say that you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for all of the kind, positive words you guys have shared. I mean, I've had some really crazy comments that sometimes make you question why even bother, because, investing can be a lonely game. You can just stick to what your own research and invest. Why share? But, the people that leave all of the positive comments far outweighs all of the negative and sometimes even racist comments, in the YouTube comment section. The positive far outweighs that. And, I'm not going to focus on the negative. I tend to focus on the positive. And that's why I keep coming back week after week to share my thoughts with you guys. And hopefully in the long term, we can grow our wealth as we go along. So I just wanted to share my appreciation and say that I really, truly I'm grateful. I thank all you guys for your support. And let's hope that 2022 will be much kinder to us going forward. I mean, I recorded a video yesterday talking about, this similar circumstance happened in 1929, in 1930s from the intelligent investor Benjamin Graham. And, I shared that at that particular time, it took about a 6-year period whereby mega caps received all the love and small caps and middle caps were getting destroyed. I said it was a 6-year period and then the rotation began. I wasn't necessarily saying that this time is going to take 6 years. I was just trying to emphasize that it's a possibility. And it's also a possibility that it could take a lot less than 6 years. I mean, we could see the rotation starting from next year. So we could begin to see that rotation already. That's the hope. I mean, that would be great for all of us and for our portfolios. But I just wanted to share the reality that it could take a bit longer. It took 6 years. It could take 10 years. Who knows, So I just wanted to clarify that I didn't say it's going to take 10 years. I'm just giving examples of times in the past where what we're seeing today has happened and how long it took. Because the one constant in this stock market game is human emotion, all right? So fear and greed has always and will always continue to move the markets. And, Sir John Templeton has said many times that, the four most dangerous words in investing is this time it's different. All right. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. But let's just quickly dive into the video. It's going to be a relatively short video. But my number one pick, I think, of this year was Argo Blockchain. This is a UK-based crypto miner, and I think they've now listed on the US stock exchange. But, I made some beautiful gains on this. This was a screenshot I shared with my Discord. I was up about 200%. Do you remember those days? Remember those days where you would buy a stock and by next week you were up over 100 or 200%? Those are the days, right? Those are the days. So I believe I was up about over 200%. And I remember I did cash out profits at over 200%. However, I did get back into Argo Blockchain a couple of months ago. but with a much smaller position. But again, this was up over 200%. It was one of the best calls that we've had on this channel. Like I said, I'm not trying to pat my own back. We've had some stinkers, you know, DSGT, BioLace, CBBT, which was a complete rug pull, ATVK, which was another rug pull. I mean, yeah, we've had some stinkers, and I've done videos about that in the past, so you can check those videos out. However, let's celebrate our wins, all right? So Argo Blockchain was a win for us. Congratulations if you got into that stock. Now, another win, all right? And I didn't know whether I should include this, but I wanted to include it because there's some lessons that I learned from investing in GoPro. So I first put GoPro on your radar at about $7.80. Now, since this call, the stock has been on a roller coaster. So this was back in February, on the 23rd of February, I made this call. And if we go back to, let's take a look at where we were. So 23rd of February, it's going back now. So yeah, about here, right? So let's pull it up. So on the 23rd of, where are we? So February, on the 23rd, about here, okay? So about $7.80 is when we made the call. And, you know, we had a beautiful run in March. You know, we pretty much were up 77% at one point, okay? So that was a good call there, you know, almost 100% profit. But of course, since then, the stock has just pretty much yo-yoed. It's downtrended, not as much as many other small caps have. GoPro has definitely downtrended, and it's a position that I no longer hold. So I'm no longer in GoPro. And I've done a video about why I sold GoPro, but to give you a quick recap, the reason why I sold GoPro was for two main reasons. One was Nick Woodman constantly selling throughout the early parts of this year. I've noticed he has kind of calmed down on his selling, but he was selling heavy chunks. And I know this was how he burnt shareholders in the past. So when you look at some of Jeremy from Financial Education's old GoPro videos, you know, GoPro had failed products. I think their drones failed. And as a result, the stock tanked. And even though the stock tanked, Nick Woodman as CEO didn't care, and he was selling his shares also, which added additional selling pressure to the stock. And those that bought the IPO, or those that bought in quite high, got absolutely destroyed and are still in the red even till today. Okay, so we're talking 5+ years later, and these guys are still in the red and still holding GoPro. So I decided to get out of GoPro. I made some really good profits on GoPro, and I was really happy with this call. Now, a second reason why I sold GoPro was because in Q2, or should I say Q3, I started to notice the camera units are starting to slow down, okay? So you see the last quarter, Q3, they sold over 923 camera units. But as of the last quarter, they sold only 832. So the year-over-year performance of the camera units sold is starting to decrease. And this was quite significant because they had just released the brand new GoPro Hero. I'm not sure whether it was 9 or 10. Yeah, I think it was Hero 10. So typically in Q3 is really where you see a higher number of camera units shipped. And the fact that GoPro saw this decline from a year-over-year perspective wasn't really a good sign for me. So the combination of those two factors is why I decided that there were better opportunities on the market than GoPro, and that's why I sold. So yeah, GoPro was another one. Now, AMD, this has been one of my biggest calls this year. I called it about March 19th, 2021, and it was about $78. Okay, so when I called it, the stock price actually tanked even further, and I was able to add to my position. So at that time, I had about 60 shares, but I've since doubled my position. I'm sitting on about over 120 shares, and my average is about $75. Now, if you've been following AMD, that stock has been an incredible winner, and it's also held on to its gains. Okay, so this was the range that I was using to gauge AMD at the time, and the company just consistently had incredible quarter after quarter, but it ranged for pretty much almost a year. Okay, so from September 2020, it ranged between $75 and $99, and it was just going sideways despite incredible earnings. I was loading in this zone right here, and I managed to get a fantastic average of about $75. And I'm still holding my position, which is now up over 90%. Okay, so at one point it was up over 100%, you know, when we ran up to 165, but now we're only up 94%, which is not too shabby. AMD, I'm going to continue to hold as long as management continues to execute, and it's been one of my best performers this year. Now, the last one that I want to put on your radar isn't actually a stock, it's more crypto. So back in June, right, June 8th, I created this video saying, look, crypto is tanking, okay? Now a lot of people are getting out of crypto. This is when I want to buy, okay? I said this is a great opportunity. You know, I titled the video, Be Greedy When Others Are Fearful. And I started buying at 2,000. It dropped to 1,750, okay? And I started buying about 2,000, and I was buying even in the 2,300 zone, but my average was about 2,100. I said Ethereum had so many use cases. You know, NFTs was just becoming quite popular around that time. You know, crypto-based games were being developed, and they were all being built on the Ethereum blockchain. And I said, for me, I'm buying amidst this fear. And thankfully I did, because Ethereum has been one of my best investments this year. Let's take a look at Ethereum now. So where are we? So yeah, ever since that purchase, I mean, Ethereum's been up and down, to be fair. My average was between 2,100 and 2,200. And as you can see, we're now trading at 3,741. We did run up to 4,800. So Ethereum has seen another strong pullback here, which is quite enticing. Okay, if you look at the Fibonacci levels, and you can see that Ethereum really respects the Fibonacci retracement. So they are great indicators if you're trying to determine when to buy and when to sell Ethereum, especially if you're trading it. So yeah, that means that a key support level right here, which could be quite interesting, pulling back from 4,800. But again, I called this a buy at about 2,100, 2,200, and even on here when it was at 2,500, I said it was a great buy. And yes, it was. So that wraps up the video. I just really wanted to come on, just say thank you for an awesome year. You guys have been awesome. We've had some incredible calls. We've also had some stinkers. But you know what? I probably wouldn't change anything. Actually, tell a lie, I would change something. If I was to go back, I would have bought Microsoft and Google. You know, I completely missed those. But either way, you know, we've got some fantastic positions in Facebook. The likes of OPENDOOR, the likes of Hims, Tattooed Chef, Palantir, Airbnb, OfferPad, you know, Celsius Holdings, and many more companies that we speak on this channel. And these are all long-term holds. So again, I just want to show my appreciation for you guys. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for joining the Discord. And you know, it's my wish that we have a prosperous new year in 2022 if you don't hear from me. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in 2022. A happy new year to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.